Alright, YouTube world, Anthony. My name is James, and I'm going to attempt to bypass the passkey on my son's Cadillac. This Cadillac won't start, and must be the wire broken off. A common thing for Cadillacs, wire broke off in the back of the cylinder. So we went ahead and had a new key made. Don't be fooled by Cadillac and pay for that $100 key. It's the same key as GM. That's a GM key. However, the new key didn't work. So pretty much that little black resistor in the middle of the key, that's what the pass-to sensor reads, and this happened to be a number 15 key. Actually, alright, this showtime. I'm trying to get 1 million hits on this. Save a lot of people a lot of money, because the dealerships and the dealerships will charge a lot of money for something as simple as this. If you got a little technical knowledge, you can do this at home yourself. Basically, if you got a Cadillac or a GM, you may have ran into an issue where your security system activated and your car wouldn't start. I'll show you what it looks like. This is my son's car. I bought it from him about a month ago, and he's no tag on it.
It's reflective.
I bought it from about a month ago, and simply went to the gas station, came from the pump after pumping his gas, went back in the car, put his key in, and the security system said, says starting disabled due to theft system. Remove ignition key. So if you got a GM or a Cadillac, which is all in the same family, you might have ran into the same situation. So initially, we thought maybe the key went bad. This key's got a little chip in it. Doesn't matter if you got a Lexus or Mercedes, whatever, you know, you got one of these fancy chips. Basically, all that is a resistor. It's got an ohm value to it. If you know the ohm value, you can make it out, which is what we're going to do today. So we're going to fool the computer and letting it think that the key is there, so we can get this car started. So I've already pulled the dashboard apart under the bottom. And what you're going to be looking for in the Cadillac is a orange wire, which I found right here in the steering column. It's orange wire. Do not, under any circumstance, fool with the yellow wires. That goes to the airbag. You cut that, you're going to have a big problem. Alright, so you want to make sure you got the orange wire. It comes out the harness here. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it goes through the group, and it goes up through the column here. So there's only orange wire in there. You cut that wire in half, you split it, you should have 2 white wires, which is what we have here right now. So basically what we need to do from here is we need to find the resistance of our key. I've already called Cadillac. I found out that we have a number 15 key for this particular car. By specs it should do 11.8 ohms. So, and I'll verify that. Get that back to my buddy Brian. One more thing you should know. Cadillac and GM keys look almost, they are identical. However, Cadillac want $100 for their key, and we got this key cut for 33 bucks, 32 bucks. The only difference is my Cadillac key has a Cadillac tree on it, and the GM key got a GM key. Who cares, right? For 30 bucks. Alright, so this is our little makeshift workshop. This is my original Cadillac key right here. I just put it in a vise just to hold it. I just want to show everybody what the ohm reading on my original key. I guess you can see that there. Again, like I said, this is when they say chip in your key, basically it's just a resistor that's set in the middle of your key. We're just going to take our probes, we're just going to go between the resistor here, and we should get a readout on the screen there. Alright, so my key here is doing about 11.77 ohms. And there's a 3% threshold that we can stay within, and the computer won't give a damn if it start the car. But you can't come in with like a 15 or 18 ohm setup and expect this to work. So went over to Radio Shack real quick. We went and bought a little assortment pack of resistors, a whole bunch of resistors, whatever. I won't give you a lesson on resistors in the band. I tell you, I am an electrician by trade, so this is something we learned. My son is an engineer, electrical engineer, so he understands this stuff. So basically, my target is to hit 11.8 ohms, or at least within 3% of that. So I went ahead already before I started the video, and I put 4 resistors together. I got two resistors, that's 4.6, and then I got a 2.1, and then this last one I think is like a 0.38 or somewhere in that value. Basically, out of my assortment pack, that's the combination I can get. So my objective is just to get as closest to 11.8 as possible. And you can see I just twisted them together. Now, if you were lucky to find a resistor that was like 11.8 or 11, and found a 0.8 or something like that, great. I don't care how or what combination you put this together. As long as you hit 11.8 for that particular car, you're good. So when I put the ohm meter, the multimeter across this, you see on the meter I went past, I'm at 11.9, but the car should still start. I'm still within that threshold. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to stick this in the car and hope for the best, right? That car is a little too much to be pushing all around the place. And it's a little cold and chilly. We picked the coldest day of the year to do this. But I'm tired of my son riding around in my car. He can drive his own damn car. Basically, this is just a test at this stage. I'm just going to put the two wires the two white wires that's left there. We're going to put this in line in series with it, and turn the key. See what happens. If it starts, then I'll come back and I'll take this and I'll do something a little bit more decorative. Maybe stick it in some shrink wrap or something like that, and then I will permanently fix it in the car, and you will never have to worry about that stupid ass Passkey system again. Be done and over with. Okay. All right, so here we are. We just installed our little resistor in series between the two white wires. Basically, can you see that? Get a little closer. All right. Now I'm going to go back and make this all neat and decorative. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay. I'm going to go back and make that all neat. Right now we're just at the testing stage. We need to make sure the setup that I put together gave us 11.9 ohms. That should be enough to fool the computer into thinking that the key is there. And now we're going to give it a shot. Cross your fingers. I'm tired of pushing this car. Hey! There we go. All fixed. And just so you know, it's a common thing that happens with these kind of cars. If you got a Cadillac or a GM or that kind of thing, typically the wire may break off on the back of the cylinder, the key cylinder that's inside the steering column. The dealer wants, I don't know, between $500 to $700, depending on where you are, to do this. But they're going to want to pull the steering wheel off, pull the cylinder out, pull the column apart, put a new cylinder in to fix this. We just fixed this with roughly less than 10 bucks. I think an 8mm took off the panels to fit the screws to take off the panels. pack of resistors. I got an assortment pack. If you got some laying around the house, well, you want to buy them individually, 55 cents, 60 cents, and do this job. Or just grab yourself an assortment pack. $6 for the assortment pack right at Radio Shack. Took me about 15 minutes to drop the panel. About another 10-15 minutes to, figure out what combination I was going to do with the resistors. Cost-wise, like I say, other than buying this new key, which was $30. Again, remember the GM key versus the Cadillac key, they're identical. GM and Cadillac is identical. So why waste the money buying a $100 key? You can get the $30 key. And it was about the cheapest I could find with this resistor. But who cares now? I don't even need a key with the resistor in it now because I already don't fool the thing anyway. So I can just get a regular key cut. So there you have it. So now what we're going to do is going to just pull that back out of there. Pull that back out now that we know it works. Dress it up, probably take some heat shrink and slide it over and heat it all up so it's just nice and neat. Maybe put some quick connects on it or something like that. Pop it in there, put the dashboard back together rather. It's cold out here. And one less project. So I hope that helps you out. If you got any questions, leave your questions on the page, your comments on the page, whatever. If you got this problem, I can try to help you out as best I can. I'm not an auto mechanic, but this is something that I happen to find on the internet myself, doing a little research. There's a guy that has a article on there, and he kind of gives a description of how he did it, and I get to go back and put his description to actual real life situation. One thing I want you to be aware of when you get in the dashboard, be very cautious of that yellow wire. You do not want to cut that yellow wire. You don't want to fool any of the other wires going in that dashboard. You don't want to set the airbags off or anything crazy like that. You're going to be looking for an orange wire. It's going to have 2 white wires on the inside of it. So other than that, you guys have a good day. I want to thank my buddy Brian, my neighbor, who's the cameraman, for letting me use his garage on this very chilly day. And now my son can have his car back and I can get my damn car back.